Coach. Thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We play to win. Let's go!
Set up. 8, read.
Check, 59. I got one. Out.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Five.
They'll run on first down. Fox. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
51 the mic. Push him back.
Hey, zoom.
On second down, here's Locke. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
On first down, it's Fox. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Check hot route. Hot. Check 31. Showing it.
There.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 15 line.
Check three.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, exit.
55's mine, guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Locke. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Leads to 3rd down and 1.
Sam, ready? 18 Gator. Hey, Sam on.
On 3rd down, Fox. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss only in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Watch tight end. We got 4.
Look at me. Go. Go.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Lights 59. Lights 59.
Hey, high 7. Now.
To throw on second down. Right. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now right. From the gun, he'll throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Ready, ready. 70, Indy. Yep.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Switch, switch, switch.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Ready, ready.
Now a first down carry by Bell. He spins free. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. You go tight. You got tight.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Go, go. Hard, hard. Go.
Operating from the gun. Right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is fielded at the 7. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
Block now on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Block going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You ain't got nothing. Alert flare.
Greystone travel. Hey, Charlie. Hit it.
To throw it is Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Armani Watts. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Six guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, alert 3. Hey, switch gears.
This is Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Baltimore.
Ready, break.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals 3, Ravens nothing.
We go. 18 Gator.
Check. Slam.
Now.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Hey.
Switch.
Get it.
Right to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Ravens 7, Bengals 3. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And at After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Locke. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Set, ready? 10-2 start. Recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Armani Watts. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on 1st down. Bell, flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football. Defensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
As we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.